Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. What a recap show we have for you tonight on the Raw Ring Report. Coming up, let's give you a rundown of what's going to happen tonight. Gunther set to kick off Monday Night Raw. What will the Ring General Gunther have to say? We'll see what Gunther had to say after winning his match against AJ Styles from last week. We'll talk about from Gunther. Plus, two, The Vision. In a huge six-man tag team match, Rey Mysterio, Penta, and Dragon Lee take on Logan Paul, Bronson Reed, and Austin Theory in a six-man tag team match with Paul Heyman in their corner. Let's talk about that tonight. The WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Rhea Ripley and Io Sky address challengers Liv Morgan, Roxanne Perez ahead of their time match at Saturday Night Main Event for the Women's Tag Team titles. We'll hear from that. As well as this, Devon Evans go one-on-one with El Gran Americano. Won a victory over one of Grand Americano's. Talk about that. With Becky Lynch will defend her Women's Intercontinental Championship and his former champion Maxine Dupree. Will Maxine Dupree get the championship back? We'll see coming up. But the main event will be Finn Bálor set to challenge CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship. Bálor, no stranger to World Championships, won his first World Championship on his first pay-per-view debut at SummerSlam in 2016. That's nearly 10 years ago. And Finn Bálor, when recap when he won, we'll talk about it. His Pro Wrestling Show starts right here, right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show, the Raw Ring Report here. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is caring. Tell a friend. Call a friend. Hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing here on the Pro Wrestling Show. All right, let's get to it right here, right now. Here on the Pro Wrestling Show, we're going to get started with this. Gunther, the Ring General. Gunther, the Ring General. The former world champion, the two longest reigning Intercontinental champion. Gunther was in action. Gunther was not in action, but Gunther was in action last week. Gunther was playing out what he did. We saw last week. Let's try to recaps of what happened last week. Gunther did. Gunther right here, the stacked power bomb right here, the win against AJ Styles. AJ didn't forget about what Gunther did, and Gunther wanted some retribution. Not retribution, but Gunther. AJ wanted retribution from Gunther and stuff like that. Gunther was trying to do what he did best. I can tell you that right now. But Gunther, the Ring General, doing that fiasco. AJ Styles decided that he wanted a match against Gunther. AJ Styles didn't care what he had to do to get his hands on Gunther. AJ wanted a piece of Gunther. After Gunther told him no. Gunther made it clear, Gunther made it real short and clear that he does not want to fight AJ Styles again. AJ trying to get the best out of Gunther. Gunther's trying to do what he does best. I can tell you that about Gunther. Gunther is a snake in the grass. I can tell you that right now from Gunther. What Gunther was doing, how Gunther was proclaiming stuff. How he did about Gunther. But Gunther made it clear to AJ, I'm not going to wrestle you. AJ still wanted to wrestle Gunther, but Gunther told AJ, hey, you got to put something on the line. And I think AJ Styles we'll put some on the line. Gunther offered that AJ wrestle against him in his match. If he loses, he must retire at the Royal Rumble. That's a lot right there. Gunther wanted to, I guess, stand to himself like, hey, Gunther, laying out the law, laying out the challenge, stuff like that. We saw what Gunther did, but I think Gunther making it clear that he does not want to wrestle twice at the Royal Rumble, but he's going to have to. He wants to defeat AJ Styles. So match is set. It'll be AJ Styles versus Gunther at the Royal Rumble. If AJ loses, AJ could well start 2026. as his final match. Well, kicking off. AJ is a must-win situation for AJ if he's going to have to. But AJ had to think about it, and he was complaining and deliberating and stuff. He told General Manager Al Pitt, asked him the question, do you want to wrestle and put your career on the line? AJ said he had to think about it and talk to his wife about it. AJ had a lot on his plate. But AJ Styles returned back to the general manager and told general manager that he's ready regardless of what happens. If AJ Styles retires at the Royal Rumble, what a fitting way to retire. Because, I would like to say WrestleMania would be a fitting way, but AJ got his start nearly 10 years ago at the Royal Rumble. Who can remember when AJ was the surprise mystery person at the Royal Rumble? And now it comes to fruition. It comes back to fruition. AJ Styles retiring the place that in his WWE debut at the Royal Rumble in 2016 and 2026. We'll see how that's going to pan out for AJ. AJ Styles will wrestle Gunther at the Royal Rumble. There's a lot of implications going on. AJ could retire at the Rumble. Speaking of that, we had a women's intercontinental championship match a rematch between Becky Lynch versus Maxine Dupree. Becky Lynch versus Maxine 1-on-1. Becky Lynch won against Maxine. Becky Lynch both when Maxine Dupree won in her championship match. But I felt like something was going to go down, and I knew it was at the end. After Natalia came out to support Maxine, decided to turn heel. Natalia didn't like the way Maxine was trying to take away her shine. She did so tonight. Natalia doing what she did, refusing to help, basically putting Becky Lynch's leg over the rope. So right here, Maxine Dupree was in disbelief and shock that Natalia would do something like that. But you can't always see that way. Natalia always been a true heart, acting like her uncle Owen. Natalia with that back in mind, but Natalia screwing Maxine Dupree out, not winning the Intercontinental Championship back again. Maxine Dupree lost again due to Becky using that manhandle slam, and Becky using the manhandle slam to get the victory. And Becky Lynch doing what she did tonight with victory in her grasp, retains her Women's Intercontinental Championship. But the big story here is that Natalia did what she did to Maxine Dupree. I don't think Maxine Dupree saw that one coming, to be honest with you. With Natalia did what she did. I can tell you that right now. Maxine Dupree should have saw that coming, but this is going to be a bigger fish to fry coming forward. So I can tell these two women might be in the Royal Rumble as well. Speaking of Royal Rumble, Asuka and Kairi Singh also declared that they're going to end the Royal Rumble. Who can forget Asuka won the first women's Royal Rumble to earn herself a championship match at WrestleMania. Asuka wants to relive that magic nearly almost a decade ago. Asuka said that she's going to have Kairi Singh, or Kairi Singh said she'll put her WrestleMania dreams and aspirations on the back burner so Asuka could be the number one contender at WrestleMania for the championship. So it's a lot of situations going down. I can tell you that right now. Asuka and Kairi Singh, the Kabuki Warriors, are part of the Women's Royal Rumble. Well as this to show you more. Bailey and Live Victoria also declaring themselves in the Women's Rumble as well. Bailey and Live Victoria want to put their mark in Women's Royal Rumble history. Bailey won the Women's Royal Rumble nearly 2 years ago. And Bailey wants to relive that magic. She probably can relive that magic. We'll see what Bailey's going to do. Well, speaking of that, Finn and Jay Uso, last year's winner in the men's Royal Rumble, officially declared himself in the Royal Rumble. So, Jay Uso wants to do it back to back like he did last year. Who can remember Jay eliminated John Cena last year to win the Royal Rumble match? Jay Uso capitalized. Can you do it again? Lying on the bottom. Once again, Jay, know his brother, expect his brother Jimmy's gonna be in that room as well. So a lot of people, former Royal Rumble winners, playing Jay, Cody Rhodes, a host of others that want to put their name into fruition as the Royal Rumble winner. Well, we get to this right here. We know that this weekend at Saturday Night Main Event, Rhea Ripley and Io Sky will defend the women's tag team titles against Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez. We know there's going to be a battle as well between these women. The women's tag team championship are on the line. You can see right here, Rhea Ripley and Io Sky defend the titles against Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez. Well, they got an eye opening, as you see right here. The Judgment Day, the women of the Judgment Day, proven to make a statement, and they want to make a statement. All right, Raquel Rodriguez doing what she did to Stephanie McCurry last week, breaking Stephanie's ankle and stuff with that championship belt. We know that the tag team champions need to be careful as well, because it looks like Liv and Roxanne won't tag team gold. They'll do anything they can do. So by winning by any means necessary, win the women's tag team gold. I mean, by any means necessary, do what they need to do. But like I said, you can tell Rhea Ripley down to the hands of Raquel Rodriguez as well as Io Sky. So but this women's Royal Rumble is getting real dicey. But we know that the tag team situation, the tag team women's titles will have to be clarified as well. So I'll be looking forward to seeing that as well coming up here. Also, too, we talk about this right here. I'm talking about this right here, the tag team situation. Not tag team situation, but Javon Evans was in action. One of the Americanos, he took on El Gran Americano, Javon Evans. He took on El Gran Americano. But a little bit later on in the show, we'll talk about what Javon was doing right here, bouncing and stuff, that made people on the internet speculate what's going on with Javon Evans and some of these WWE women. I don't know what's going on. Maybe Javon got a queen or something going on. We'll talk about it in a minute. But a lot of people saying Javon was in action, but he suffered an injury. Hopefully Javon Evans is okay. We hope so. Javon took a nasty landing and stuff. But he won his match against El Gran Americano. Javon kind of slumped down. Hopefully everything's okay with Javon. If we get more information and stuff on his stuff, we're interested. I'll let you know on Wrestling Hot Topics tomorrow for the NXT Ring Report on what the diagnosis is on Javon's. So hopefully Javon Evans is okay. Nothing but that happened to Javon. I have to wait and see about that. Speaking of that, it looks like the vision and the general manager, Alan Pierce, are he has others' throats. You can tell right here, Paul Heyman trying to get in the mind. You can tell Heyman trying to psych out the general manager. The general manager is kind of like, you know what, man? It's like Alan Pierce gonna really go snap one day at the vision. You could probably see that being the way. But the Vision lost tonight against the team, the Lucha Libre team of Rey Mysterio, Penta, and Ray Phoenix. They won their match tonight. You know what I mean? Dragon League. They did so. I think Ray's going to be the one to pass the torch once he retires and stuff. Ray's going to Ray helps his team out. Rey Mysterio getting the victory over what happened tonight. saw team out. Well, we get to the main event. The main event was for the World Heavyweight Championship. World title was on the line. Seeing the World Championship against former Universal Champion Finn Bálor. First World Champion Finn Bálor, first Universal Champion. Finn Bálor get himself back into World Championship contention. Unlikely he wasn't, but hey, Finn Bálor put up a fight. Finn Bálor did so. Finn Bálor wanted to do this for his granny. You can tell right here, Finn Bálor trying to show pictures of his grandma. Grandma wanted him to be a world champion once again. Finn in the championship a decade ago, and Finn Bálor to the promised land again, winning the World Heavyweight Championship. Finn Bálor wanted to do so tonight. I think Finn was trying to do it as well as he could. Finn was trying his best and put all his effort. And you can see right here, Finn Bálor doing this with this. Recame his old theme song. Who remember the theme song when Finn Bálor did? Doing what he does best, showing the world that he is that invincible. But Finn Bálor had to go against CM Punk. Was it up to be tonight? So, but Finn Bálor gave his all, gave his effort tonight. But it just wasn't enough to continue. And CM Punk get the GTS to go to sleep. The 1, 2, 3 to be retain the world championship. But you see right here, mutual respect between Finn Bálor and CM Punk. CM Punk and Finn Bálor, mutual respect right here. And as you see right here, a matter that we saw that tonight, Finn Bálor. So Finn Bálor didn't leave with the championship, but left as a champion like he did nearly a decade ago. CM Punk raising the hand of Finn Bálor, giving Finn Bálor his flowers like he did as well. So Finn Bálor didn't win the championship tonight, but Finn Bálor won our hearts tonight by doing what he does. And Finn Bálor doing that, embracing himself tonight. Like I said, it was a matter of respect. Finn Bálor didn't win the title, but he got respect from CM Punk and did so. CM Punk did not win. Finn Bálor did not win the world championship, but it was a matter of respect. And Finn Bálor lost to CM Punk. CM Punk still retained the world championship. We don't know what CM Punk's fate going to be coming up. And so for Royal Rumble, he's going to have to wait and see who's going to be from his show, from his brand, that's going to want to challenge him for the belt. So we'll have to wait and see on that, how that's going to go down eventually. So we'll have to wait and see stuff like that. Well, that ends the Raw Ring Report. Let's move over for Wrestling Hot Topics. As you see right here on your left side, let's go right here. You see Trey Miguel, who just got signed to AEW, no longer a part of AEW. Trey Miguel, let's go right here. Trey Miguel, one half of the wrestlers, really a real talented wrestler, a former X Division champion. Trey Miguel got let go by, he thought he was going to be with AEW. I guess that just didn't turn out for me. Trey Miguel could come back to TNA. He thought he had his plan set on AEW. Now we're getting more details and stuff on what's going on. We're hearing that Trey Miguel, man, we don't know who is upper man. We're hearing reports Trey Miguel likely dated Alicia too, and too. That is MJF is married to Alicia too, and that could be a difference. But I hope that's not the case. I You said too, MJF ruined this boy's career due to her had a flame with Trey Miguel way back in the day. So I hope that's not the case. But Trey Miguel even elaborate right here. Said, I made a lot of mistakes in my life. I always apologize and did my best to put my foot forward. And I don't preach hate. And I don't take any pride being hateful. I'm a man of faith. I believe in forgiveness only. Ever preach that. I'm a different man today. So it's a lot going on with Trey Miguel. We trying to figure this situation out, but Trey saying that he's gonna take a break from wrestling. Please respect my space. Don't tag me in and post our comments. Go support the Rascals. So Trey Miguel got something going on. We don't know. A lot of people talking about this could be the case with a former wrestler. I forgot his name. I don't remember him. But he could probably be a part of this, but I mean, it's a couple of years ago. We gonna bring that up, but he is a talented wrestler. He's gonna be in AEW. I just think this gonna flat pan out. You know, AEW probably didn't see the ways that everybody else saw. So we'll see how all this is gonna pan out eventually. But Trey Miguel, a superior wrestler, and he shouldn't be. His friends are in the AEW. Why not him? But you know, their gimmick is they're kind of like weed heads and stuff like that. But like I said, we'll just have to wait and see how all this will play out. Well, a lot of people said what Javon Ellis was doing with Maxine Dupree and Bailey in the Marriott suite, and he was bouncy. I don't know what's going on, but a lot of people are trying to point out that he was getting his groove on, and who knows what Javon Ellis was doing. But if that's what he likes to do, he likes to get down like that with snow bunnies. Hey, more power to you, man. Do what you gotta do. If that's what you like. You like women. Hey, you like women. I like women too. But like I said, and he's trying to have his fun, so let him have his fun and stuff like that. So hey, it is what it is. Right now, we tell you this. Cody Rhodes, we'll take on Jacob Fatu at Saturday Night Main Event. Their feud going on. Cody blames Jacob for losing the championship. Believes that Jacob cost him the WWE title. Jacob Fatu is going to pay and has a receipt waiting for him if Rose had stayed on SmackDown. So we'll see about that. Also, too, speaking of the WWE Championship, which one of these four men will be the number one contender for the WWE Championship heading towards the Royal Rumble? Who's going to be Drew McIntyre for the title? Will it be Randy Orton, that man met nearly 6 years ago in 2020? Will it be Trick Williams, an upstart from NXT, former NXT champion, TNA champion, that wanted to make his mark and then add some more gold to his prestigious reign as WWE champion? Or would it be former world champion Damian Priest, him and champion Drew McIntyre are no strangers towards each other? Or Sami Zayn will get the shot. A lot of people are eyeing Sami Zayn, but we'll see. As well as Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, I meant to say, defend the women's tag team titles against Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez on Saturday Night Main Event. So we're hearing a lot of matches coming your way this week. So look forward to seeing that as well. Well as this, we told you it's tonight. Also too, we want to celebrate and honor the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. on this day. Martin Luther King stood for freedom, unity, and peace and civil disobedience in this world today. And as always, we don't know how it is, but Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. paved the way for all of us to be human beings, have humankind, and not judge most everybody. So we want to honor the man, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. on his birthday. Happy birthday, Dr. King. The legacy, the dream lives on. Speaking of that, like we said, we want to leave you here on the Pro Wrestling Show with Finn Bálor and CM Punk embracing each other, giving mutual respect towards each other as they leave out here on Raw. Thank you all for watching this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I've been your host, Kendra Dix, saying so long. We'll see you tomorrow for the NXT Ring Report here on the Pro Wrestling Show.